for the main event. On a beautiful night in downtown Tampa, Florida, Budweiser, the King of Beers, presents USA's Tuesday night fights. Two world-rated junior welterweights, Russian sensation Kostya Tszyu against the flying fists of Hector Lopez. Hector Lopez is coming off a spectacular show with a devastating third-round knockout to win an NABF title. But Lopez would not wear the new belt, testing positive for marijuana, which he now claims has changed his life.
I've been going to church a lot. And believe me, it's helped me a lot. Just to see life differently, you know, put my priorities differently and what I want to do and what I want to accomplish. And I feel that this fight is very important to me because this kid's so highly rated, you know. I just don't know that he can even go a distance with me because I think I can beat him and stop him, to tell you the truth. But we just got to go out there and fight, take care of business, whatever angle comes about, you know.
Lopez fears no one in the ring, even the newest golden boy, Kostya Tszyu. Lopez, also world-ranked, feels he has the edge against the younger fighter.
My experience is going to come in. And even not just that, like I said, if I want to just go out there and just bang with him, we can do that too, and I can beat him at it. I can beat him at any which way he wants to go. If he wants to box, he cannot box me. If he wants to trade, it's okay. But I think that the bottom line is that I'm going to control the fight, and my experience is going to control the fight, and it's going to be set at my tempo. And when I want to pull the cord, I'll pull it.
This is the fighter Hector Lopez is talking about, and many people in the boxing world starting to talk about. Who is Kostya Tszyu? If a Hollywood studio wanted to make a movie about this fighter, it could be called From Russia with Glove. Kostya Tszyu comes to America with international fanfare and an enormous talent. Tampa, Florida is a far cry from his roots. Tszyu was born in the little Russian town called Serov, near Siberia. His father made his living ice fishing during the brutal Russian winters. As a young boy, Kostya and his family endured all the hardships associated under the iron clamp of communist rule, like waiting on long food lines, not knowing if food would be available or affordable. As he grew older, he went on to serve in the Russian army, where he also enjoyed certain athletic privileges, showing an affinity towards boxing, demonstrating sensational talent. His fighting skills were first noticed in the recent World Championships and caught the eye of Australian promoter Bill Morty, who brought Tszyu and his family up to a better way of life by moving down under to Australia.
A special athlete will come along, perhaps once in a lifetime. I thought we had it with Jeff Fanning, but now I think we've struck it a double because Kostya Tszyu, I think, will win the world title.
Tszyu felt confident about the move, knowing he would now get the opportunity to showcase his flair in the ring.
If I wasn't sure, I wouldn't have come to Australia. I'm sure that I can be a champion, 100%.
Working with veteran trainer Johnny Lewis, Tszyu is undefeated in his first 10 pro fights, 8 of them by knockout, 7 of those knockouts in the first 2 rounds. His lightning speed and marvelous flair has caught the fancy of the Australian boxing fans and the world sanctioning bodies. The IBF ranks him number 3 in the junior welterweight division. The WBC lists him number 4. His powerful punches are not lost on his respectful but beaten opponents.
I mean, I've been fighting for a while. I've been hit by lots of bigger guys and didn't go anywhere. And this punch, I didn't see it. And that's all she wrote.
Like a cobra.
Like a cobra. Like an elephant. Heavy. Boom. That's it.
Outside the ring, Tszyu is now living the good life. Food and money no longer a problem for Kostya and his wife Natasha as they adapt to their new living environment. Knowing the importance of speaking the language of their adopted country, the two travel each week to class to increase their vocabulary and proficiency in English.
This is what I do every day.
This is what I do every day.
First I get up about 5 or 6 o'clock.
First I get up at about 5 or 6 o'clock. Okay.
In a sport searching for stars with charisma, Tszyu could be boxing's next colorful attraction. Tonight, he's introduced to the American audience. This junior welterweight has the potential to be boxing's biggest little international star.
Taking him from a country where, you know, things are very, very tough, and introduce him to the greatest country in the world, and hopefully that the people will support him and get behind him, because I know that he will one day be a credit to our country.
My ambition is with Kostya to take him back to Moscow in the Red Square, 100,000 people, watching him become the first Russian to ever win a world professional boxing championship.
So, Sean, why is Kostya Tszyu considered this phenom sensation?
Well, this is a sport, Al, that a lot of people talk, but very few people prove. This is a young man who has already proven, and he hasn't talked at all. What he needs now, though, is exposure and experience. Tonight from Hector Lopez, he'll get the experience, but if this fight goes late, he will, with USA, get the exposure. They're already talking about him fighting for the championship of the world after only 10 fights.
Now watch the entrance of Kostya Tszyu. He always does the high jump over the top rope, and I must say, the ropes are very high here tonight. So we'll see if Kostya Tszyu, he's getting his leverage, taking a look. It's a 2.7 degree difficulty, and he is in. The amazing thing about Kostya Tszyu, not only the fact that he has beaten Juan Laporte in his 4th professional fight, put Bramble down in the first round, and beat him in his 10th fight, but I feel the moxie of a guy in just 10 professional fights, even stepping in the ring against such veterans as Laporte and Bramble.
Oh, well, he knows what he can do, and with Johnny Lewis, his trainer, he realizes how important it is to listen to that corner and rely on their experience. Now, this is a man that has grown up around the world, yes, but he is from Russia. He doesn't have any idea who Hector Lopez is. He has done his homework. He studied Hector Lopez, but he doesn't hear the reputation of a Hector Lopez, a Livingstone Bramble, or a Juan Laporte.
Now Lopez can't believe a kid of 10 professional fights can come in here and outlast his survival instincts.
Yeah, well, he's been in there with a lot of top fighters himself. He's fought for a world championship. This is a man who's got a lot of experience, and he cannot fathom a young kid coming right out of the amateurs into professional boxing and teaching him his game.
He has more experience than tattoos. That's how experienced Hector Lopez is. Let's check out these two fighters on the tail of the tape, and Lopez also thinks that his strength along with the experience will get him by, and as you can see, he is the bigger of the two fighters. The rules here in Florida: no standing 8 count, 3 knockdown rule is in effect. You can be saved by the bell only in the final round, and it's scoring on the 10-point must scoring system. Now, how does the champ set up these two fighters strategically on the blackboard? Let's find out. Champ, give it to us.
Brought to you by Pringles Potato Chips, tonight's boxing blackboard. Kostya Tszyu, don't slug. Use speed first. Make Hector believe he's too slow. And play box in the early rounds. Show us what you have, then power late, Tszyu. While you tell Hector Lopez, each round you stay, Hector, it's gonna cost you. Hector Lopez, you must take this fight and your opponent in the trenches. Slow him down with early body shots. Reach down carefully, but steal his power. Confuse him, Hector. You're the veteran. Push, pull, and punch. Make him work early, so he'll be tired late. Then come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Acree and Alessi Promotions, in association with Budweiser, the undisputed king of beers, presents main event, 10 rounds, junior welterweights. Your judges at ringside are Don Ballas of Clearwater, Florida, of Tampa, Florida, Darrell Brown, and from Leesburg, Florida, Frank Skilbred. Your referee for this event from Tampa, Florida, Brian Gary. Introducing first, in the red corner to my right, wearing the blue trunks with white accessories, black trim. He weighs 142 3/4 pounds. Professional record, 25 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw. He has 12 knockouts. El Hijo de la República de Mexico, now making his home in Los Angeles, California. He is ranked number 8 in the world by the WBA, number 6 by the WBC. Hector El Torero Lopez. His opponent, wearing the black trunks, white accessories. He weighs 139 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in 10 professional bouts. He has 8 knockouts. From Sarajevo, Russia, now making his home in Sydney, Australia. He is ranked number 4 by the WBC, number 3 by the IBF. Here is Konstantin Kostya Tszyu. 10 rounds, junior welterweight.
Come on out, Konstantin. Come on out. Okay, Hector. Gentlemen, I'll be the third man in the ring in charge of the bout at all times. If you score a knockdown, go to the neutral corner. Avoid the use of your head, no rabbit punches, no low blows. Good luck. Come out boxing at the bell. Let's go.
For the first time in his pro career, Kostya Tszyu, hearing the boos from the crowd, gets a hug and a kiss from the veteran trainer, Johnny Lewis, who I guess you would call the zookeeper. And Tszyu, who is on the road. He has 10 victories in 10 fights, 9 of them in Australia. He has a victory here in the U.S. back in January of '93 when he knocked out Steve Larimore in Tennessee in the second round. So he has spent time in the U.S. And, you know, looking at some of the highlights, and you see Tszyu here, especially with the ponytail, a bit of a reminder of Jorge Paez. Has that kind of action style in the ring. And he is going up against a live wire in Hector Lopez. This is a terrific matchup.
Real tough, Hector Lopez. Lopez said, I have so many styles that tonight I think I'll box unless he wants to get busy. Rather stay on the inside and slug, war with his opponent.
Hector Lopez, top rank, number 6 by the WBC, number 8 by the WBA. So a victory over Tszyu also lofts him into a position to be watched by world champions. Julio Cesar Chavez, Charles Murray, and Juan Cucci are the junior welterweight champs across the board. Hector Lopez likes to get inside and likes to wear his opponent down.
He likes to get on the inside, but in doing that, occasionally he will eat some punches. Said he's not afraid to get hit. He's been hit before. He said, I'm a professional. I'll take 2 to give mine 1.
Hector Lopez has a strong chin. He has never been knocked down. And he'll go low if he has to early.
Low blow, however, it was Costa also pushing over with his left hand. Not all the fault of Lopez.
Tszyu impeccable in his victories over Juan Laporte. Shut him out in the fight, as he did against Livingstone Bramble. He also knocked out former contender Sammy Fuentes in 70 seconds of the first round. So Tszyu has put impressive numbers up there, but tonight he faces his toughest opponent in Hector Lopez. Laporte and Bramble, certainly their best days behind them, but still a fighter of 10 fights or 4 fights when he fought Laporte would very rarely step in against experienced